Good day and welcome to another edition of Over the Stable Door. Welcome to my new channel that was launched on the 14th of April called Over the Stable Door. If you want to follow us on this channel, just click on the subscribe now button and ring the bell. My name is Otto, and what is this channel all about? This channel is for racing related matters on various subjects. And the subject that we're going to cover in this channel is mostly, obviously, per video. Where are they now? We are going to contact retired jockeys, trainers to find out what they are up to now. Women in racing. We're going to talk to women in racing. Sometimes the behind the scenes, hardworking women in racing. Visit my stable. This is where we're going to talk to some of the smallest trainers about their stables and the goings on in their stable. And then we have this series of videos by Dr. GENIE, which relate to outsider GENIE, PUNT to win. That is a series of videos I'm putting together to try and assist the punter to practice better punting, punt to win, not punt to lose. And then racing stories, we are going to post great racing stories of the past, of which outsider GENIE do have a few. Now, in today's lesson, in our Dr. GENIE series on how to punt to win, we're going to look at handicapping. Now, I'll come back to that now. What is handicapping? A handicap is a race where each horse is allocated a weight according to its ability in an attempt to equalize every horse's chance of winning handicaps. Handicaps are running on the flat and in some countries over the jumps. Handicapping is based on the idea that weight a horse carries ultimately affects the speed at which it will gallop. The NHA Rule 47.4.2 states, a handicap which shall be a race in which the weights to be carried by the horses are allocated by the handicapper. For the purpose of equalizing the chances of winning, the operative word is equalize. Weight is used to handicap in horse racing. Our handicappers use the weight that the horse has to carry in a race to handicap. By either increasing or reducing the weight, they attempt to equalize the chances of horses of different ability. The better the horse, the higher the weight. Handicapping is the foundation stone on which thoroughbred horse racing is built. It was introduced in the middle of the 19th century to British racing by Admiral Roux, the famous leader of the Jockey Club, who was able to express the ability of horses as a function of weight. He also introduced a scale on which horses of different age should be compared, which has become known as weight for age. What is merit handicap? As the name suggests, handicapping on merit means that the horse allocated weight in a race will have been earned by the measurement of his previous performances. This means that the revealed ability of the animal is the primary basis for determining the handicap. Now, if you want to learn more about the handicapping, I will post these links at the bottom in the comment section of this video so that you can then have a look at them. Quickly have a look at here. We've got the NHRA, a guide to handicapping in South Africa, which you can read through. We also have by the guide to handicap by the British Horse Racing Authority, and then we have an article here on Sporting Post on handicapping in South Africa. Now, guys, I just want to say that that is now my intro, and you know, if you want to be a successful punter today, you need to understand handicapping, and that is where a lot of people, they can't back horses because they don't understand handicap. What all of these words now mean is that a horse will carry a weight according to his ability. Now, each horse gets a merit rating. Now, if you have a look here, you'll see here on this corner here, the CMR. This is the computer form that I use, which I said in my first lesson, you cannot work without. So here you have a merit rate that's higher, the current merit rating, and a highest merit rating. Now, that's very important because this is the current merit rating. So let's see this horse, Gallop, is currently 78, but he was rated before 83. And remember, as we said, handicapping relates to horse ability. And I can tell you now, in all of my years, a horse always have ability. And that is important. The horse of no ability cannot win races. But as they go older, yes, they lose some of their ability, but that ability is now linked to the weight. So, you might have a horse that have a merit rating of 122, but now have a merit rating, say, of 63 or 65, because if the horse doesn't perform, his merit rated get lowered. As you can see here, this horse Quant Master was an 85, now he's a 75. So 5 points equates to 10 points equates to 5 kilograms. So 1 kilogram equals to one 1 point equals 2 kilograms. Okay, so that is very important because this horse Talk to the Stars used to be, I think, 122. He's now down to 63. He's already a 910-year-old. He's still running in races. And if his merit keeps on dropping, maybe he'll somewhere in the future might pick up another race. That's just an experiment, just an example that I want to give to you. So if you don't understand that, and then there's one thing that really irks me on handicapping. When you sometimes listen to people who are now doing the summarize on teletrack of the horses, and this is the horses are running in a handicap. Then they say horse A should beat horse B because horse A is a 5-time winner and horse B is a 1-time winner. But horse B's merit rating is higher than horse A, who is a 5-time winner. And that is not the case. That 1-time winner can be the 5-time winner. The other day, Sean Terry entered a maiden into a small future. I tipped that maiden because on his merit rating, he was correct the handicap. He had the chance. The horse was young. She was going over probably at that stage the right distances. She wasn't over the right distance before, and she duly won at a good price. So very important for you. You do handicapping, and I can't teach you handicapping in this video, but go and read more about it. And then, when you do your form analysis, look for horses that has dropped significant in the rating. Okay, here we have a horse, Brass Bell. It was an 86. He's now a 65. So, because if a horse, the merit rating goes lower, that means he's going to run against lesser company with his good ability. Remember, he's got ability, and because he's running in lesser company, then he might have a chance of winning, although his form doesn't suggest that. And that is what we have to find, is find that horse that has run against stronger company, now running in lower company, is very well handicapped. You will always hear people talk about the horse is well handicapped. And I can tell you today, without a doubt, handicapping is one of the biggest things in racing. You have to do your handicapping. I'm a form analyzer, and that's what I do. I do handicapping. I look at the handicap, and I find horses that are maybe running in a lesser opposition or maybe running up in class. If you have a look here on the left-hand side, you see this red or pink triangles. That means this horse is running up in class. But now let's go and find another race where you'll find, you'll see here, this two horses, Boogie Shoes, eye-catching, they're running down in class. Here in this race, you might find also one or two. You'll see here, Wintertown, Winterstorm running down in class. He's off form. He used to be 106, now 87. That might be a nice each way bet that you want to maybe can have to look at. It's also changed stables, and that might be also indicated. Also, just trying to find another example for you. So here we have Tread Swiftly and Ralph the Rascal. Both of them down in class. I had medal rate at 83, 93 still a 93, 84 still a 84. Here we have number 4 Indigo, was 101, now a 91. That's 10 points, that's 5 kilogram in a handicap that he came down. And then also sometimes you look at maiden plates and you'll see that the average medal rate is 65. So that indicates that it wasn't a strong field. So here we have number 6 Purple Dominance down in the handicap. Let's go and have a look here at number 6 Purple Dominance. You see that he was running in a previously in a handicap, because maiden plates, you don't get a handicap, but the rating is 65. And where's Purple Dominance now? Well, it says he's down in class, so maybe, I don't know why it says down in class, because I can't see on the average merit plating here, but his merit rating was 60, it's still a 60. But be that as it may, so you're looking for horses that are, has got ability, as the merit rating has changed. So merit rating and handicapping goes one hand on hand. They like twins. They go together. Because you can't just work on the handicap. You have to work on the merit rating to see where this horse is in the handicap. That is important. The merit rating indicates the handicap that this horse will have in terms of the weight that he will carry. So the merit rating that a horse have determines the weight. That's the handicap. And that's why you must look for horses who's down in merit rating. That means they will be down in a handicap if they're running against horses that are in the same class as his current merit rating. But maybe a run or two before, or 3 or 4, he ran in a much higher handicap. Very, very important. And if you do that and you read these articles, then definitely you will do well. Then just to, as a conclusion, I found this article, How to Can the Handicap Horses. The link will be here below. How to Can Handicap 6 Horses, 60. Read through it. There you see, I spoke about ability, about class. The first one is form and fitness, race conditions, connections, and the breeding. And that's all. That is exactly the 6 things that I take in account when I handicap a horse. These, I look at the form and the fitness. I look at the ability, which class is running in, what is the race conditions, who are the connections, are the jockey in form, is the trainer in form, all of that, and also the breeding. Is he bred to go the distance, or maybe he's bred to go longer, but over longer distances, but he was now running in sprints. Now all of a sudden they're putting him over a longer distance. He's down in handicap. So all of that is explained. So really work through it, and I do hope that this video will help you to improve your punting. Have a great day.